Hello, this is Melissa again. Welcome back to my page. Today I want to share with you my success with bentonite clay. As some of you know, I struggle with eczema. That's something I've been dealing with the last few years. My wedding band actually triggered eczema in my hand, so yeah. Anywho, so today I'm going to show you how you can treat or relieve your eczema by using bentonite clay, you know, and not using prescription creams or whatnot, or over-the-counter, you know, that has suspect ingredients in them. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you my hand and kind of what it looks like right now, and then in the next few days I'm going to be doing this bentonite treatment, if you will, and then I'll show you a picture or a video of what my hand looks like at the end of the week. Alrighty? Alright, I'll be back. As you can see, this is my right hand. See that white ashy looking area? That's the flare up, and I don't have any lotion on either. So this is the flare up. My right hand, this is the ring finger, and this is the pinky, and you can see kind of how it's flaring up. I've been having itchy episodes, if you want to call it that. Let's see, can you see that okay? Yeah, all this here, all the way down the whole finger. And my camera's not the best, but you can see the little pus bubbles. In fact, it's all up in my fingernail, and it's kind of gross looking. So I just want to show that to you. So I will say I've done pretty well this year. And typically in the winter time, early springtime, I am like severe on my hands. I've had it as far as going all the way down my hand and down my wrists. It was pretty bad, but I've done pretty well. Try to make sure I stay with all natural soaps and, you know, things like that. So alrighty, so let's get started. That I use is this one here, Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. There are a lot out there on the market, but this is what I use. It's cheap. You know, they say don't ingest this. There are higher quality bentonite clays that you can actually ingest. There are some people who actually put it in water and drink it to cleanse their insides, because what bentonite clay does, and many of the clays actually, is it basically absorbs the toxins out of the body or off the skin or wherever you're putting it. And some of you who've gone to the spas and may have done those facial treatments, this is something, this clay or different clay is something that they would have used in your face mask, and all it's doing is pulling the toxins out of your face, you know, giving you clear, pretty skin. So, but I'm going to be using this on my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my little bowl, and I'm going to create a paste. So being that I'm doing this with one hand, I'll be right back. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. Okay. That's about enough. Okay. Put the top back on. Okay. Okay. And then take a little bit of this water here. Just a little bit. Don't want to drown it. Oops. Give it a little stir. Need a little bit more water. That's okay. That's better. So yeah, see, I'm just making it into a paste, like a little muddy paste, like so. And another word of advice, when using clays, especially bentonite clay, you want to make sure that you're using like a plastic or wooden spoon. I've seen multiple videos out there with people using metal. That's not advised, because the clay sort of does this magnetic thing. So if you're putting metal in there, it's going to kind of mess with that magnetic charge that it is using to pull the toxins. Just think of your toxins as a negative, and your the bentonite clay is a positive, and they're going to connect to each other and flush out. So when you put that metal in there, it's really messing up with that whole thing. So I'm not a scientist or chemist, so I don't understand the proper lingo to use, but just make sure you're using plastic or wooden spoon, if not, and even your bowl. I'm using glass, so don't use the metal. Just stay away from that. Okay, so this is as good as I'm going to get as far as mixing my paste. So just give me a moment, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my hands. I'm gonna first wet my hand with some water, and then I'll put the paste on, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is with the bentonite clay on my hand. As you can see, I got both sides, and I actually got some down in the nail because I was flaring up inside the nail. I've never had that happen before. That was kind of gross. Pus bubble in under my fingernail. That was nasty. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry and sit here about 10-15 minutes. As you can see, the middle finger here, even though the middle finger is not flared up, what I did was I put some between the middle finger and the ring finger, because the eczema was starting to spread to that finger, and I don't want it to go that way. So I'm trying to stop it in its tracks. So, but yeah, I'm gonna just let this sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna rinse it off, and then we're almost done. Alrighty, talk to you in a minute. So we're back. It's been about 10 minutes, 10-15 about now. I didn't actually time it. So this is what my hand looks like now. It's really stiff. You can still move it, but it's really stiff from drying. So by drying, it's actually helping in that process, you know, of pulling the toxins out the skin. So I'm about to go ahead and wash this off, or rinse it off rather. See? And again, I'm going to do this a few more times this week, and then I'll show you what the end result is. I expect it to be clear. Alrighty? Here we go. And I'm just using just lukewarm, cool water, nothing special. So, all right. Okay. Still got a little few more pieces on here. So, anyway, let me just wipe that off. Okay, before I go, however, I do want to talk to you about another option. If you don't want to use the paste like I just used here, you can also use soap that has clay in it. I actually make 2 soaps that has the bentonite clay. It also has Rosal clay and kaolin clay in it. So this one is my clay facial soap, or you can use it on your body, doesn't matter, which has all 3 clays: Rosal, kaolin clay, and bentonite clay. And then this one, of course, just has the bentonite clay. This one is my oatmeal clay soap, so it has oatmeal and bentonite clay in it. Wonderful soaps. They'll do the same. So yeah, if you don't like using the more concentrated paste like we made today, go ahead and check out the soaps on my website at www.naturallysprigs.com. There are these and many other products that I make personally, made with clean, natural products. And as far as, you know, the paste is concerned, since I'm going to be using this for the rest of the week, what I'm simply going to do is just put a top on it and store it in my refrigerator. So every other day or so I will be using it. I won't be putting it in the microwave to warm it up or anything. I'll just let it sit out for a little bit to till it gets to room temperature, and then I'll be applying it as I showed you before. So yeah, go ahead and check out my website, www.naturallysprigs.com. I'm also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.